Are we live yet? Should be live. Awesome. Find my way over to the YouTube page here real quick. Also going to reposition my microphone just a little higher. Should help out a little bit of the sound quality. Also keeps it out of the way of my keyboard, which would be, you know, ideal. So an interesting note here. I think I have the round number. Yeah, this should be round 7. So please ignore the round 6 that is displayed in the actual title of the video. My apologies. Actually, hang on. Why am I apologizing for it? I didn't title the video. That's not my job. It's not my fault. All right, we're here for the finale of the Server 2 Championship at Nürburgring. And, yeah, it's going to be a 90-minute race today, which is a little bit longer than usual, which is cool. We're good to go. It's going to be fun time. Going to be interesting. Going to be cracking. And, I don't have much else to say off the top of my head right there. We'll talk about the championships when the qualifying kicks off. We'll talk about the championship permutations, obviously, that are on the table. Who's battling for what. And all the championships are alive, I will say that. Although, mathematically speaking, there's a couple that are hard to see changing hands. But they are there. They are mathematically there. It's just they all kind of require a bit of a dud from the championship leader. The exception set is the Iron Championship, which is very, very open, and the Bronze Championship, which is very, very... Ooh, wet qualifying. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the wetness. Okay. So as per usual, we're going to throw up the track map, and we're going to go see who's going to volunteer to give us a track map. It'll be Max Cruz out there. All right. So let's talk about the Iron Championship real quick as they're heading out on track right now. D. Hines comes into today with the lead with 70 points. I don't believe he's going to be here today. I think he told us last week that he'd be absent. So that obviously leaves the door quite open. Bozer is on 65 points. 64 for Max Cruz, who we see now. And after that, also alive is Pat Fortune on 60 points. I think that's about it. Lucas Joubert, who's in 5th place on 43 points, is mathematically eliminated from this consideration. Oh. Well, Max is bailed out. So the 603 of Jos van de Velde will be giving us a tour of the Nurburgring. So that's the Iron Championship as it stands. Basically, whoever finishes first out of that group of 4 drivers I just listed will probably be champion. That's not true. I think Pat Fortune needs some favors to go his way. But Max Cruz or Bozer, if they beat the other one that I just listed, with D. Hines being absent, that will probably get them the championship in play. Because they are 1 point apart. Pat Fortune needs a little bit more. Oh! Yoss off the track. Come on, guys. Come on. Nürburgring's not that rough. I know it's damp. I know it's wet. Also, the irons are really at a disadvantage here because it looks like this is going to dry up in about... Rain's going to stop in about 5 minutes. And then we're going to have a drier track for the silvers and the bronzes. Which, I mean, in fairness, they are faster drivers. That's why they are silver and bronze. Just responding to someone on Discord here. Give me just a second. All right. We've reached the end of the lap here. Oh, I completely missed the start of the lap. My apologies. So we've been through the Mercedes Arena section. If memory serves, this is Ford Curve. Don't remember the top of it. Or this one is Ford Curve. One of those two is Ford Curve. Then we'll head down to the hairpin. The turn's name is officially, I think it's German for hairpin, but we just call it the hairpin. There we go, nice and tight. Key location to get right on the track. Because if you don't, it's going to get ugly. And then we head up towards the Schumacher S's. This is probably the most difficult part of the track because you want to be near as possible to full throttle. Jos took that very slow. But hey, he's an iron driver. It's what happens. I think this is the VDK curve and then the Warsteiner curve, if memory serves. There we go. I'm bad at remembering Nürburgring's turns. I apologize for that. I forget this one's name at all time. Advent Bogen, maybe? NGK chicane. Another tough spot. Basically, I say Schumacher S, the hairpin, and that chicane. Those are the toughest spots. Coca-Cola curve here for the final corner. And that is a lap of the Nürburgring, that courtesy of Jos van de Velde. Thank you, Jos. It was legal, and that's always good. Okay. So now that we are freed up and able to rock it with everybody else, who's on a good lap? Anybody? Anybody lighting it up? Infocraft just took pole in the Mustang, the Ford Performance Mustang. Good to see him. Couple of new faces today. We've had, I believe, Jesse Dykeman before, but he is joining the fray in the Donut Racing team. And it's good to see him. There's a couple other familiar names that have popped back in after being absent for a bit. Oh, Pat Fortune is here. He's one of the championship contenders. Stunt Possum Racing. He is their last hope. I mean, I suppose it is not impossible that D. Hines, despite being absent today, may still win the title. But it is somewhat unlikely. There we go. Joining me in the box here, we're gonna have Byron Dirksen here in a second. And Byron, you're late, but
I got my times mixed up. I'm sorry.
That's not a good excuse. I told you last night to be here.
I know. I was wondering why I set my alarm for 10 a.m. That's stupid. What am I doing?
Well, we got a damp track and a bunch of cars sliding off here at the Nürburgring. 1 minute. You're probably putting in a parsec request that I am not seeing.
I would if probably are we using the ESR computer?
No. This is my computer.
Oh, well, I don't see either yours
Well, it's an evolution race, sir. Of course, it's not a year.
Well, I was just thinking because all I see is the ESR.
Yep.
Or I could ask Cole. Maybe I'll just ask Cole if I can watch him.
Why would you want to do that? By the way, Cole getting a no contest in his most recent simulated fight as he picked up a clash of heads.
Excellent. At least the competition was non-existent.
Okay, so Pat Fortune is on the pole right now, having hit the pits. That will not stand. This track is going to get faster, not slower, as it dries out. Mario Ferreira, Track Tool Team. I didn't know that Mario was with the Track Tool Team, so that's nice. Learn something new every day. Mario's been around for a bit, was an independent driver for some time, but it's good to see him associated with one of the various teams that make up the Evolution grid. Haven't seen him in a bit. Not sure what the deal was. I'm entirely certain he told me why he wasn't attending races.
The eternal death struggle against his mortal enemy, Luigi Ferreira.
Maybe. Also, we may be joined by Shanu Murasanu in the booth today. He cannot race as he is attending a gender reveal party, but has offered his services as a commentator if needed.
He's just going to walk around going, I'm a dude.
Well, not his gender. I
thought everybody was going to reveal.
Do believe that one of his family members is having a child.
Gender reveal party, everybody goes around just, hi, I'm a dude, hi, I'm a chick. And in the end, everybody is revealed.
Ricard Latore of the Dragon Alliance Racing Team. I have to nitpick Rion just a little bit here, if I may. Number one, it's, dude, you just have an in-game custom livery when there is literally a Dragon Porsche available to you. I don't understand.
That does seem odd.
Like, either make yourself a good Dragon car or use the Dragon car. Like, these are... Oh. That's good.
Do you think he's listening to Dragon Force right now?
Could be. He's really improved this season, actually. He's historically been a back-of-the-pack kind of guy. And, you know, he's not winning, but, like, he picked up a podium earlier this season. Taking baby steps. Mario's up about 1.3 seconds right now as he... I believe that was the Schumacher S's he just worked through. Yep, I'm right. I will pull up a track map, actually, so I actually get the right names here. I used to know, at various points in my racing career, I've known every single turn on Nürburgring. The problem is that Nürburgring is one of the few classic tracks that, like, has historically changed names of their corners based on basically sponsorship deals. And that means that it like, every time I think I've got it, I get thrown off.
Welcome to Coca-Cola Corner.
See, was I right on the Ford curve? Because we did the track tour. By the way, Mario going second quickest. That's good. He's a quick driver. I expect him to do very well today. For some reason, every single track map I'm pulling up here does not have the name of the Ford curve. I know that there is a Ford curve. It's just which corner is it? And when I was giving the tour of the track, courtesy of Jos van de Velde, I was like, either this is the Ford curve or this is the Ford curve. Now, I kind of want to actually know the answer. The second one was the Ford curve. The first one was Valvoline. There you go.
Vaseline.
Other than that, I got the Michelin curve wrong. Mind you, I think this is a different one because there's no. I know there's a Warsteiner curve, and this track map I have in front of me does not have it. So that's disappointing. But obviously, again, the track has gone through a couple of different renditions of team names.
Extreme rendition
will be one of the last ones to put up a lap time before we move to the to the bronzes. Currently 10th. He's up a second. This would pull him up quite a bit. He does have I think that's Adrian Maroud, who I think flashed his headlights in, I'm going to say error, because, like, Adrian's not on a timed lap. Caden is. Caden has the right of way. I know that's a bit weird for the guys who are not irons to have to give the iron drivers the right of way, but this is one of those cases. Jesse Dykman's also out there trying to put up a lap time. I think he'll have to pull into the pits, though. I think he's run out of time. It'll be Caden Scott as the last one. He's up 1.2 still. This should move him into 7th place? No, 8th place. 9th. Must have lost a little bit of time there. Okay. We'll hop on with Thomas Wong. Ooh, Thomas is running a custom livery today. That has historically not been his thing. He was the Garage 59 Gulf oil car. So, Thomas, I don't know how to break it to you, but you made Byron very sad that his Gulf oil livery is gone.
You have made the wrong choice.
Let's talk about the Bronze Championship real quick. Coming into today, Sean Young leads the way with 91 points. He is 6 points clear of Adrian Marud, both of which have drop scores to consider. 59 points for Shanu Murasanu, who is not in attendance today. So it is a two-horse race. It's between Sean Young and Adrian Marud. And it's pretty simple. If Adrian beats Sean, he's a champion. If Sean beats Adrian, he's a champion. I like it when the championship protocol is that simple.
If you want to win, you do the thing, and then you win.
Tyler Scott is in 4th place, followed by Robert Volt. That's your top 5. But Scott and Volt are mathematically not able to keep to catch up. So, very simple championship permutations. Oh, Shanu is apparently actually here, and he's going to arrive and drive with 0 practice. All right.
Wow.
Now, granted, Nurburgring is a fairly familiar track to I think most people, so I think he should be okay.
It's literally just an oval the size of Luxembourg.
No.
Any person with a van can go very fast on here.
This game does it is open to the public, so you could race a van around here. But yeah, there are no ovals in ACC. So James Wheel has taken pole position in the Track Tool Team Mustang. Looking forward to seeing if James could be a full-time member of the grid next season, because I think he's got championship potential. And there is the current championship leader, Sean Young, moving into 2nd place for Cyber Racing, sporting the Ferrari.
Shanu reports that he has already fueled up. I mean, that he's had a few beers.
Excellent.
So this should be good.
So I'd like to congratulate you, Byron. You're in the finals.
Well, thank you very much.
You are in the Super Hulk finals, and we'll be running that fight today. You knocked out Rodrigo Gomes in the semifinals.
You gonna Gomes to sleep.
Sean does have a lap time that is currently faster than Wheels, so this could be pole. Now, granted, again, this track is going to get faster and faster. We're at green. Actually, 15 minutes. We'll have rain right at the end of qualifying. So, just saying it right now to the Silver Boys. If you guys get out-qualified by a bronze or iron driver, you deserve not to hear the end of it. Because they have had not favorable track conditions to get their laps in. This will be pole by a pretty good chunk for Sean Young. There we go. About a half second. Wheel is out there. He's a little bit quicker, but not too much quicker. Another person who's got a good lap going is the Track Tool Team McLaren of David Slater. This should move him up to 5th place. There you go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Thomas Wong's got a good lap going. About a second up right now. Threat for pole is not non-existent. Needs to find a couple of tenths, but we'll see. Brandon Harvey in the chat. Saw him earlier. Brandon, we miss you. We miss the Wise Racing boys. Your team completely evaporated from the grid, and I'm a little sad about it.
Is it like a Spider-Man type situation?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. They're all vanished this season and have not come back. Which is a shame,
you offend them?
I liked their livers. One of them was John Springs. Although I think Springs is just in server 1 now. Of course, he did. So funny story actually for those who were not here for that. John Spriggs showed up as a bronze driver when his first race with Evolution Racing Academy, which I was doing commentary for. and he qualified top 5, and I'm like, John Springs, we got to talk about this, John, because you're doing a little Max Simmons, cosplay here. I'm just saying, game recognizes game, and bronze recognizes bronze, and you're looking very unfamiliar. Needless to say, he was pretty much immediately promoted to silver. Thomas Long goes second quickest. Also, I did appreciate his reaction to hearing my voice, actually, when he was heading out, because he didn't know I was the commentator. And he's hops on the server, he's like, I know that voice!
We're following you, John.
David Slater, this should be a pretty solid lap. Should be good enough for 4th. There we go. Be good to see David have a good result. He's had a challenging season, we'll just put it that way. Idris Cahill's 1.2 up. Idris, I once again request that the return to the Lego car, but I understand that you are in a Ferrari right now. Sporting the Stunt Possum livery. Good to see Idris back. He's missed a couple of races. Had his best result of the season at Paul Ricard, and then he missed Watkins Glen and Bathurst.
Bathurst is Bathurst.
Was looking like it might be a pole time until that Coca-Cola curve, which was a little bit rough. And now he's going to be about 0.8 off. But,
is there really a Coca-Cola curve? Because I was joking earlier.
Nope, Coca-Cola curve is the last turn on the track.
That is hilarious and unsurprising at the same time.
Yeah, the Nurburgring track turns are all just like, it's just sponsorship deals. The only one that I think has a permanent name is the Schumacher S's. But otherwise, like, the first section's Mercedes Arena, because Mercedes paid. And then you have the Ford curve, the Dunlop curve, because they paid. I believe I was also saying that's why it's hard to remember the curve names, because they have had, like, 3 or 4 different curve names during my, like, fandom of motorsport. Thomas Wong had a threat for pole there, but he kind of messed it up at the end, ended up 4th quickest. Looking to see here, we got a good lap from Slater as he heads through the chicane, heading towards the Coca-Cola curve. Currently 0.3 up.
It's a lot of tenths.
And this should move him into 4th place. Oh, 5th. Just short. 0.05 of a second behind Wong. In fairness, Wong's got more time if he can get the end of the lap correctly. Robert Stoltz. He's up about 0.4 right now. In the Sarko Turk Racing Ferrari. Comes out of the chicane. Might have a shot at Idris Cahill here. Any higher would be pretty unlikely. Nope. Didn't have a good run through the Coca-Cola curve. A lot of people kind of botching their Coca-Cola curve run. And Cahill picked up a couple of tenths anyways, so that would have been enough to put him back in front. All right, Sean Young, you will have the final say for the bronze. You're up 0.3 currently. The silvers have been deployed, but he gets to finish his lap. He's up 0.3 right now. If I remember correctly, the Coca-Cola curve was not good for him last time, and I'm correct. Picked up a couple of tenths there. This will still probably only be good enough for 2nd place, but, you know, not bad. So Adrian Marood, who we actually didn't even see that whole time, picks up pole position, and that is key, because he is a championship fighter. That, by the way, gives him a championship lead, because this officially becomes his drop round. And that puts him 5 points up on Sean Young. Now, Sean Young does also have drop. It's very complicated. Sean Young right now is dropping his 5th place at Spa. Marood is dropping a 7th place at Monza.
And I'm dropping it like it's hot.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's always the case. All right, let's talk about the Silver Championship. coming into today. 81 points for Oral Shaw. He leads the way. 77 points for Nathan Gray. Now, a complication for Gray is that he has a fifth place is his worst result, so he has a significant drop score, whereas Shaw had that rough run at Snetterton, and that has given him a little bit of an inside advantage. Diago Matos is in this fight as well at 72 points. And that would be it. Jack Biddle, who is in fourth place, is not able to win the championship. Nor is the astounding Matt Gale, who... I'm just going to say it, Matt Gale, if you didn't go to France to chill on the beach, it's probably your championship. You had 3 wins in 3 races, and just didn't show up for 2 and had a DNF at Spa.
Thomas is in chat. They did not sink his livery.
Oh. Well, we still miss the Gulf Oil livery, so, like, you know, go back to that. It's too late now. But but we liked your livery. All right, it is coming down, actually. Okay, so the Silvers might be in trouble here. They get rain coming down right as they head out for qualifying. And this could be a rough one. Isaac Jordan back after a long absence in the bit shift racing McLaren. By the way, what happened to his Mustang? And Jack Biddle in the Bentley going 11th quickest. Oral Shaw, the championship leader, has popped out. During the break between the race, I will have to pop over to the fridge and get myself a beverage.
Is it straight grain alcohol and red water?
No, it'll be the it'll be my standard no-name peach drink. I've said this numerous times.
No name peach drink.
Get more advertising out of me than any company that's actually paid me for advertisement.
I personally am having some raspberry lemonade made from the powder in the jar.
Let's go. Isaac Jordan's up about 2/10, and right now he's about the only person improving on his lap time. So Adrian Maroon might actually get himself not just a class pole, but a pole. No one's really going faster right now. This is going to be interesting. And Dennis Hook and Ron Morley have yet to get a legal lap time in.
That is immorally done.
Not really. Basically, no one improving their time. By the way, Steve Tetley back in the field today. Although, looks like your livery is not synced to Mr. Tetley, which is disappointing because historically, I've always liked the 808 Boss Ross Racing team and their liveries.
Is it not just a big cup of tea?
No. They tend. He's the one that used to rock the 8-bit Lamborghini.
Excellent.
Looked like it belonged in a different game, but it was still good. Nathan Gray is on pole for the Silvers right now, and that's a key point for him. He needs to maximize his stuff today if he's going to pull off the championship for Los Patos Hermanos. That's not going to help. That's very off the track. Yeah, this is going to be a very mixed up grid. Dennis Hook indeed does not get a lap time in. And the only people out there are currently on a legal lap is Ron Morley, and it's way off the pace. I don't think anything's going to change.
Well, they've got a minute and a half left, so that's good enough for like 1/8 of a lap.
It's about most of a lap. Problem is the track just isn't going to be cooperative on it. It's getting wet. I have someone who is annoying me on Discord right now. My apologies, everybody.
It's not me.
It's not you. Somebody who actually, he does, like, they need my help, but they're not getting the whole, I am broadcasting. Leave me alone. I will assist you later.
Just as soon as I perform this drive.
Yeah, not really anything going on here. Isaac Jordan's out there still trying. Steve Tetley, Nathan Gray, Matt Gale. But I think you guys are battling against the forces of nature right now. All right, well, this is wrapping up. I'm going to go grab that beverage I talked about.
Do it. Grab it. Shake it. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake that peach. Shake.
And I'm back.
And fourth.
Ooh, liquid diet's going to be not a fun time, but it is going to be required.
I'm going to drink all them steaks and pork chops.
Nah, for those who are unaware, I'm going through some digestional issues right now, and it is not a fun time.
For the moment, Mio is considered legally dead.
No, not legally dead. All right, so D Hines update. D, if you're watching, and I don't think you are, your criteria for winning this championship, while not being here, is for Bozer and Max Cruz to finish below 7th place. Both of them have to finish below 7th place. So that's going to be a tough one. We'll see how it goes. Marud got the fastest second sector. We actually had 3 different people with fastest sectors. All right, so the grid rundown. Let's handle this. Though first I have to do the back out and back in. There we go. Pole position and the front row is all Ferraris today. It will be Adrian Marud starting ahead of Sean Young, the 2 battlers for the Bronze Championship. James Wheel is third in the Ford Mustang, followed by Tyler Scott in the Ferrari. Really good day for Ferrari. McLaren locks out the 3rd row with Thomas Wong and David Slater. Ferrari locking out the 8th row the 4th row was Sven van der Velde and Idris Cahill. Aston Martin with its, I think, lone entry today. Nathan Gray on row 5 with Robert Stoltz's Ferrari. Then it is Oral Ja in the Ferrari and the McLaren of Isaac Jordan. Bentley Continental of Jack Biddle with the BMW of Ron Morley. McLaren's Kerry Pattenton and the returning Porsche of Steve Tetley. Then it is the pole sitter for the iron category, Infocraft in the Mustang, ahead of Pat Fortune in the Ferrari 488 Evo GT3. I say the full thing there because, of course, that is the older car. The McLaren 720S for Mario Fajeda with the Porsche of Matthew East on row 10. Row 11, Max Cruz and Bram Cox. That's a new driver to the field. Using the classic WRT livery. Bozer will start on row 12 with Lucas Joubert in the McLaren. Caden Scott and Nathan B, row 13. Matt Gale, very out of position. He'll be exciting to watch at the start there inside row 14 with the McLaren of Jos van de Velde. The Ford Mustang of Lord Robs and Rian Lottere's Porsche. Jesse Dykeman in the Honda and the BMW of Clinton Strobel. And at the back, out of position, will be Dennis Hook in the Porsche and Shannon Mursanu in the Lexus. A couple of cars out of position because of the oddities of qualifying. And I'm looking forward to a good race here.
But are you looking forward to the best race?
Best race possible.
Excellent.
Championship updates. Oral Ja and Nathan Gray are currently tied with drop scores taken into account. That will change, though, when the... Well, basically, we're looking at a much more drop of Oral Ja's score than Nathan's. He's essentially in the lead. Sean Young trails by 5 points against Adrian Marud, heading into the action right now. But he is actually 5 points up without drop scores. So that's also an interesting one. And then it is D. Hines, absent today with a 5-point lead over Bozer, 6 points over Max Cruz, and 10 points over Pat Fortune. Those are the people that are chasing him. And it's going to be very, very hard for him to keep the title, but you never know.
What if he comes off the top rope with a double axe handle?
In fairness, Brandon, the Ford v Ferrari Classic is the GT versus the Ferrari, not so much the Mustang versus the Ferrari. The Mustang does not have a lot of particular racing success in this form of racing, GT racing. It's not non-existent, don't get me wrong, but it's not particularly prestigious. Gentlemen, the engines are hot.
Gentlemen, start your beverages.
Well, that too. Put my phone on mute to avoid any problems there. And Adrian's off, and the rest of the field doesn't seem to really be following all that much. Come on, guys. It is slated to be dry here for at least the first 15 minutes. But we have seen some mercurial weather so far already with the qualifying session. Byron, we have any predictions for today's action?
I think that these supposed gasoline cars are going to run on electricity today.
Probably not. And with the Gulf Oil livery gone, who is getting the livery seal of approval?
None. Everyone's disqualified. And also, if they're not running on electricity, how are we watching this?
Well, that's the equipment that's broadcasting. Checking out some of the new guys to see if they have any cool liveries. Not much there for Lord Robs. We had a look at Jesse Dykeman, and we had a look at the returning Isaac Jordan. Ram Cox. Right. He's rocking the WRT BMW livery, which I do like. But I can't really give him credit for picking an official livery.
Michael, this is the worst race I've ever seen.
Well, we're on the warm-up lap, sir. Also,
we're doing a warm-up lap.
Should probably do the full-on rundown of any penalties. I see Tyler Scott has a 5-second penalty. And it looks like it's just him. A couple of cars are electing to start from the pit lane. We got Dennis Hook and Ron Morley. Both in the pit lane. Interesting move. The grid was a little bit mixed up.
Green light. Go, go, go.
And here we go down to the first corner. Sean Young has gotten a much better start than Adrian Maroon, has taken the lead. We also have the Bentley James Wheel, pardon me, the Mustang. Oh, Maroon gets absolutely wrecked.
Boy.
I believe that was Thomas Wong that collected him. That is horrible. Let's get a quick replay. I don't want to blame Thomas if it's not his fault. Oop, 15 seconds wasn't enough. We'll have to go back 30. Matthew East plowing through the inside there. Oop, and Matt Gale getting collected as well. All right, we're going back with the big 60-second replay. All right, here we go. What happened to our pole sitter? I believe it's going to be the black and green McLaren that gets him, but I could be mistaken. He did get off to a very bad start, like notably Sean Young all over him, James Wheel all over him, Thomas Wong all over him. Yeah, it's going to be Thomas on the inside there. Yo, that is not good. That is not good. Matt Gill was already off the track, along with Steve Tetley. All right, well, Maroon has got himself a big hill to climb after taking pole position. And we'll see if he can come back, Byron.
I believe what he's going to do...
Oh, God!
I believe what he's going to do is just destroy the entire universe.
So after all of that, Thomas Wong has come out with the lead. Tyler Scott has also overtaken Sean Young, so he's up to second. Young to third. Sven van de Velde is in fourth place. Then it is James Wheel in the Mustang. Nathan Gray's up to sixth place. The Bentley Continental of Jack Biddle is coming with him. Oral Shaw in the Ferrari in eighth. Ninth for the McLaren of Kerry Pattinen, and David Slater rounds off the top 10 right now. Infocraft is also off to an excellent start in the Mustang. That is Maroon going down the inside. So Adrian Maroon in the 416 Ferrari is moving through the field quite rapidly. The pole position was a bit odd in the sense that the qualifying was a bit weird, and I think he timed his laps well. But it seems like he's definitely got some pace here today. So moving on through. And further up, James Wheel, trying to hang on against Nathan Gray. You'd also like a shot at Sven van de Velde. Now, Sven, I am warning you right now, because I see that livery. I see that livery, Sven. If I do a replay of your car and I get the other livery, meaning that you've joined with the wrong livery yet again, we're going to have words. We're going to have words.
Are those words going to be vegan cookie recipe?
Those words are going to be basically, Sven, you did this before. Why are you doing it again? I have no problem with people making mistakes. It's the repeating of the same mistake over and over again. That is the problem. Gary Patton with a nice little overtake of Oral Shaw there, moving up into 8th place. Let's have a good opening here. As his teammate David Slater not too far away, who is under pressure from Adrian Marood. As well as Infocraft in the Mustang, and behind him that is Idris Cahill in the 205 Stunt Possum Ferrari.
The Asterix and Obelix Mobile.
Matt Gale is on the tail of this as well in the 508 Lexus. He'll be a danger man, of course. Further back, Matthew East overtaking Caden Scott. Scott's got a little bit of damage, but is electing not to pit at least so far. And somebody going very off the track there. That is Jos van de Velde, who went exploring, we'll put it that way. Oral Jaw on the tail. Gary Patton. One of the Mustangs is already down a lap. That is, I'm going to guess, Lord Robs, who has been enveloped by the field. Oh, Lord. He is way off.
He has been deposed.
Yeah, Lord Robs is he's having a rough time. Maybe he went a little bit too hard onto a wet setup, and as a result is out there just battling the car. Matt Gale on the back end there, and also David Slater making a slight mistake and sliding back to the back of this pack. So Isaac Jordan is behind this group, but not shown there in general. He is also down a lap. Oh boy. So Max Cruz, Isaac Jordan, and Lord Robs have all fallen off of the lead lap. That is not really drivers I expect that from, honestly, this early in the race. Infocraft battling with Idris Cahill and Matt Gale. They will both get through. Kraft tasted the champagne, the victory at Bathurst in the iron category, and he would love to finish the season with another win.
I think he should finish the season with all the wins.
Well, no one can do that.
Why not?
Because they haven't won.
No, yeah, that'd be a problem.
Stage 1 to winning all the races to, actually win all the races. Which has not been done. Gale making the overtake there on Idris Cahill, who didn't fight terribly hard to keep that spot. Steve Tetley and Jesse Dykeman are both back in the field, and they are battling it out over 23rd spot. Steve going down the inside. Jesse gives him a little touch in the back. But it's not too bad. And the Porsche will continue on, albeit with a little bit of damage to the splitter by the looks of it. Dennis Hook is in the pits. He started in the pit lane. Interesting that
by
we
God,
have
he'll
two
finish there.
mandatory pit stops today. James Wheel running in the top 5 still on the tail of Sven van de Velde and Sean Young. They've kind of lost a little bit of touch. The race leader, Thomas Wong, has pulled out about a 4-second lead over Tyler Scott. And Scott's got a bit of a gap back to these guys. Also does have a penalty on the table. That's Nathan Gray hopping the chicane.
Gosh darn it, Nathaniel.
Robert Stoltz in the pit lane. So a number of cars coming in early, possibly to fix damage suffered on lap 1. Or just not having the right tire temperatures, the right combination. Obviously, they qualified in much different conditions than this. And I feel like a couple of them maybe made the mistake of running that same setup. Orelja losing a spot to Kerry Pattenden once again. Caden Scott all over the back of Matthew East. Cyber Racing versus Crazy Rabbits Racing. Right ahead of them, that is a lapped car. That is Lord Rob's. We talked about him before. Both of these cars actually carrying damage. You can see the bonnets are both jarred open from having hit something. Oh! Matthew East tips Caden Scott into a spin.
Not the best. I've seen better takeouts.
I don't think it was intentional takeout. Debuting Bram Cox, running in 18th place. On the tail of Bowser, a championship contender. That's always the nervous thing if you're in the spot of Bowser right now, is you're battling someone who you have no reference for, who has not raced with you before. You're in a championship fight, and you have no idea what this guy's going to do.
He has a certain set of skills.
It could be Mark Klabzul for all you know. Adrian Marood up on the tail of Kerry Pattenden. Pattenden has lost out already this lap to Orelja. Adrian's got pace today. It's a shame he got taken out on lap 1. Looking forward to seeing what he can do here. He's got plenty of time. That's the beauty of the 90-minute race format. You've got time to come back. And Pattenden did not get a good exit out of turn 1. And into the arena is going to be relegated not only by Marood, but probably Matt Gale as well. And Matt Gale is also through. I think this is time for him to pull up the Helicam. I mean, Idris Cahill might have a shot at him as well. Further up the order, James Wheel on the tail of Sven van de Velde. He's been there pretty much the whole time. I'm not sure what happened to Wheel and to Sean Young, because they were running at the front, and they still are, obviously. They're third and fifth. But they were running higher up, and Van de Velde, as well as Scott, jumped them at some point. I'm wondering if maybe they had some contact that we missed while tracking down the Adrian Marood drama, as well as the drama for that pileup. Jos Van de Velde having a solid day so far. He's on the tail of Pat Fortune for second place in Iron. And behind them, you can still see Bowser and Bram Cox battling for position. The car behind them is a lapped car. I think that is Robert Stoltz. Oh, Cox! You're just taking yourself out there, my friend. There was really nowhere for Bowser to go. The tendency in sim racing is to blame the guy who was behind. But I'm putting that all on the dude in front.
I believe it was ghosts.
Remember having to explain that to someone while being a steward. His entire defense was, I got hit from behind. How can it be my fault? It's like, because you broke 75 meters before you were supposed to.
That'd be a problem.
Not always your fault just because you're behind. More often than not, the car behind will get the blame. But I always use the example of it's the 2001 Brazilian Grand Prix. If anyone wants to go back and watch that, but Jos Verstappen in the Arrows just decides, I don't know what he was thinking. He just like throws the brakes on, and Juan Pablo Montoya runs up his back end. It's just, and Jos afterwards is like, it's unthinkable that he would do that. It's like, what? Expect you to brake 200 meters before the turn?
Was that the Brazilian Grand Prix that they also held in France?
No. The Brazilian Grand Prix has always been in Brazil. That's not one of the many Grand Prix that has, like, drama in terms of what country it's in.
The Brazilian Grand Prix of Ohio of Miami.
Nathan Gray, what have you done? I need a replay on that. I saw him go way off the track, and I was just very curious. Let's see here. Sir? That's not the track.
Y'all got Albuquerque up.
Yep. Shannon Mersantu is also off the track. What happened to him?
My son, what have you done?
It looks like he just kind of took himself off the track. Can't blame Bram Cox for that one.
Whoa, Black Betty, Bram Lamb.
Jack Biddle on the tail of Sean Young, who's lost out a spot. Actually, James Wheel and Sven van de Velde have overtaken Sean Young. So he's dropped from 3rd to 5th. And Wheel also took Van de Velde, so that's interesting. But now he's got Biddle and Oral Shaw, who are battling for the silver lead right now. Right behind them. Adrian Marood is the important car. He's right behind them. At least from Sean Young's point of view. That's the important car. Matt Gale is on the attack. Matt Gale trying to help his buddy out. He is Sean Young's teammate over at Cyber Racing, so let's just say he might be a little handsy with Adrian Marood. David Slater dropping back through the field, so he might have had a moment that I missed. But has recovered and is doing fine now. Oh boy! Matt Gale and Adrian Marood. No, not again for Marood. Is this his second time getting rear-ended? Let's see. Oh god, that's all on Matt Gale. Oh boy.
Wow.
Yeah, no. Oh. Matt,
Very aggressive.
Matt, I said you might be a little handsy with the guy battling your teammate for the championship. I didn't mean that.
He did. He meant that exactly.
There's being a little rough with a guy that your teammate's fighting with in the championship. I understand that. I feel that. But that was a torpedo.
It's fine. Stewards will barely notice.
Oh, I think Adrian right now is making sure that is noted for the log. Speaking as someone who is very, very kind to stewards, because I tend to be one of them, I would be raising all fucking hell. To quote ESR's head steward Jack Hudson for a moment here, which I need to get him on mic at some point for the stewarding reports. One, because he has a funny accent. But two, because he has a lot of interesting isms. One of them is, bailiff, bring me the device. I've never asked him what the device is. But I assume it's something to do with testicles.
That does seem likely.
Sean Young still holding on to 5th place. He's had a weird day. He had such a good start. We do have the rain out there now, which means that the guys who pitted early are going to be, I think, in some trouble. A couple guys in right now. Matt Gale, Caden Scott. It'll be interesting because it's not time for wet tires yet. But it probably will be because we do have 15 minutes of rain on the table right now. And that is going to lead to some interesting times. We must be on some kind of accelerated weather matrix. Jos van der Velde in, Bo Zurin, Shannon Mursano, Steve Tetley in. I don't know, boys. I think this is early. I think you need to grit out the pain for a little bit more in these greasy conditions and wait for the proper wet tire conditions. Because there's no intermediate tire in ACC, which is what I would go on in real life right now. This is what intermediate tires were made for. And I'm not saying it's easy to drive out here on the dry tires, but you want to take this to like a damp track, not a greasy track, before you make that switch.
I think they should just install squeegees on top of their tires to clean the water off.
Now, I do wish... Here's what I do wish. I wish that the tire selection was on the race control, so that I could actually comment on who's on wets, who's on dries. But I cannot. That is not provided to us. Unless... So there's a yellow mark on the dry tires. You can see it on Jack Biddle here. I wonder if the model for the wets maybe has that as a blue. We'll see.
Maybe.
Mario Ferreira, by the way, off the track and rejoining for the track dual team. Jos van der Velde has picked up a speeding in the pit lane penalty. We have a couple of pit stops coming in with Kerry Pattendid and Sven van der Velde, both heading down the pit lane, as well as Adrian Marood, who is right now the most angry man on track, and with good reason. He has been murdered twice. We'll try to fight for the championship. Shaw still on the tail of Jack Biddle. Right now, I think you probably just want to follow people. Jesse Dykeman having a little bit of an off. There's a spot there to Jos van der Velde, who does have that drive-through penalty, or the stop-go penalty, still to serve. He's also taken one of his pit stops, and Dykeman has not, so it's not really much of a battle. Jos might actually be the highest ranking guy. No, Sven's out of the pits and has made a pit stop. Okay. So it's Sven and Kerry Pattenden who are the top guys who have made a pit stop so far in the field. Strobel having a moment. As well as Infocraft. These cars are mostly just sliding off the track as the track conditions are less than ideal. Tyler Scott pits from second place. James Wheel actually is going to inherit the lead because Thomas Wong is in the pits as well. So we have a new leader. It is the Mustang of James Wheel, the first of the front engine cars to make it to the front. And they generally handle the wet a little bit better than the mid-engine cars. So a little bit of an advantage with these changing conditions. Clinton Strobel off again. Okay, Clinton, I was saying people needed to wait for the pit stop, but you may need to actually get into the pits. you are.
It's fine.
That's like 3 times we've seen him off in the last lap. It is time.
Go get the snow chains put on your tires.
And Lucas Joubert in the wall as well. One of the Lexus is getting lapped. That's Shannon Mursanu, yeah. I was going to say, it's either Mursanu or Matt Gale. 91 is Mursanu. Nathan Gray in the pits, Infocraft, Pat Fortune, Tyler Scott, and Bram Cox are all in the pits. Jos van de Velde is off
Ugh.
again. Well, if he's on wet tires, there's no difference in the model, visually speaking. I was kind of hoping that there would be, so I could tell, but will not be the case. I'd give you a positional rundown right now, but things are an absolute mess right now.
It's fine.
Positions. It's all kinds of confusion with different tires out there and different strategies going on. Oh, okay, you know what? I think the wet tires may not have a colored rim. I might be able to tell off of that. Maybe. I used to have a tool that told me what tires people were running, but I don't believe it's supported anymore. Okay, no, I think I can tell. We're approaching this as very much I might be able to tell you who's on wets. Because I think, for example, that Mustang, Infocraft, is on wets. I think Matthew East in the Porsche, if I can get a look at his... Yeah! He's got the yellow text on the tires. Oh, no!
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's Kerry Pattenden getting a little bit dirty. Kerry, I'm sorry. We're going to have to watch that again. This was not great. So, Infocraft tried to make a move, and he tried to go between them, and he basically just took them both out. It's a little sloppy. Kraft actually came up pretty okay on that, actually. He got spun basically into Matthew East, who knocked him back straight. So, really, Matthew East is the only one that got absolutely chucked. By the way, this is the time to be coming into the pits. I said earlier that you were going to have to go through the greasy phase of the track. We are in the damp phase. Now is the time to get wet tires. If you've not already done so, this is the perfect time. And Oral Job maybe has missed that timing a little bit.
Make sure you get the big knobby tires with the studs on them.
Nathan Gray has come back into things, although I'm mistaken. No, those are eyes. I thought I saw the text, but interesting note: Dennis Hook in a 90-minute race has officially done all of his mandatory pit stops. I don't know if that's going to work out.
All right. Fueled up, tired up, let's go.
I mean, well, the problem really is that we have very changing conditions right now. And if the rain stops at any point, the tires he's on now are going to be a terrible choice. Bram Cox has come to a stop. Infocraft on the tail of Idris Cahill. Trying to see if Cahill's on dries. Oh no. And he made a pit stop. Oh no. Yeah. The guys who made super early pit stops are really in trouble here. They're out there on dry tires now, and it's rough times. There's an element of luck in a race like this, that you get your tire choices at the right time correct. And there are some guys who did not. We'll just leave it at that. One of those is Idris Cahill.
And the other one is brain, come on. I was gonna make a wire reference and name the other guy.
Idris
Wood
Elba
Jr.
is what you're working here?
I was trying to work at Idris Elba, but the Nathaniel Wood Jr.? He plays
Harris Wood.
Barksdale? Harris Wood, there you go. Couldn't remember. Obviously.
Literally the second biggest thing I've seen him in is Dread.
I've seen him in some stuff. I can't remember.
Yeah, he was in Remember the Titans, and he was in very, very, very briefly Officer Wood in
It's Wood Harris.
Wood Harris, pardon me.
Wood Harris, that's the man.
I had it. Yeah, that is the guy. That is the guy.
Also in Above the Rim. Man, I haven't seen that in forever.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's good times.
I've heard. All right, well, in the chaos, which is still in a weird place here, because we got guys who don't have to pit. We have guys who have to pit once and probably twice because of tire selection. Thomas Wong leads James Wheel, Nathan Gray, Tyler Scott, Jack Biddles in fifth, followed by Oral Jaw, Sven Van de Velde, Infocraft, Kerry Patton, and Idris Cahill, your top 10. Cahill is the one that's in probably the most trouble of that group because he is still on dry tires. And that cannot be nice. I do not know why he's not coming into the pits. At this point, anyone who's on dries needs to get off of them. And I don't know if there's anyone but him. There's probably somebody else in the field. But it's hard to tell because the only way to make out if they're on dries or wets is the lack of text on the tires, basically. Other than that, I'm just going to be looking for somebody who's doing very terrible laps and is off the track a lot. Infocraft on the tail of Kerry Pattenden. Probably not exactly trusting Pattenden after Pattenden gave him a pretty hard pit maneuver. The guy who could be in the driver's seat, is Dennis Hook. Because he has technically done all of his pit stops. So if the rain keeps up and he can manage a wet set of tires to the end, he might become a bizarre part of this. A weird variable. Isaac Jordan is kind of in the same boat, as well as Max Cruz, Robert Stoltz, and Caden Scott. They're all out there on the right tires. And we've gotten a DSQ, by the way, for Jesse Dykeman. He is black flagged.
Is that because of all the rabble-rousing and roughhousing?
Most likely it would be from abusive pit lane rules. Would be the most likely case. There's a point if you go fast enough in the pit lane that it doesn't penalize you. It just goes, here's your black flag, dick. Only real battle going on track is Nathan Gray versus Jack Biddle for second place. Pardon me, not Jack Biddle, it's James Wheel. Pardon me, Track Tool Mustang, not Track Tool Bentley. I feel very bad about making that mistake. They do not look similar. Biddle's back in fifth place. Slide there. We'll see that.
If he flips over.
Be a problem.
If he flips over, would he be the biddler on the roof?
Cahill is in for his second pit stop to get rid of those dry tires. Let me get him stopped here. Okay, so what I'm talking about is you see how it says P0 in yellow font on the tires. With the wet ones, it appears that disappears, and that is how we can tell dry versus wet. There's not really a battle going on right now. So actually, I kind of want to see them change Cahill's tires and see if I can verify this. I'm sorry for being very nerdy right now, but number one,
big nerd.
That's part of my appeal. But no, number two, it is actually kind of it would be a big help. Yeah. The P0 disappears. Okay. So I can by looking at the car, tell if they're on dry or wet tires. Okay. And James Wheel hanging on to second place. Tyler Scott's also getting mixed up in here. The 132 Ferrari and behind there in the green, red, and well, it's really just green and red. I was trying to find a third color there, but I don't really see one.
Green, red, and paisley.
Oh, we do have a Black Lung Bandit Marlboro car out there. Who is it? It's Nathan B. Okay. I was gonna say, if it's Sven van de Velde, Sven has made the same mistake he made at Monza, and I'm gonna make fun of him for a long time if that's the case. So Cahill comes out of the pits. He is now the front runner that does not have to pit. We'll see how that goes. If he's going to make that into a strategic advantage, he's going to have to carry a long run here, a 50-plus minute run on those tires. And it's very, very doable. The wet tires have actually a larger shelf life than, not shelf life, active life that the dry tires do by a significant margin. But of course, they're also very, very sensitive to the weather. So if the rain stops, people like Hook and Cahill will not have the option to turn that early pit stopping into an advantage. But we'll see. As Wheel continues to hold off Nathan Gray, and Tyler Scott gets the best seat in the house. Of course, it should be mentioned that the guys who do have a pit stop still to go, they're going to be wanting to keep these tires alive for a very long time as well, because they obviously want to see what the weather is going to be like at the end of the race. Probably want to pit with like 15 minutes left with a weather report that takes us to the end, and whether it's going to keep raining, whether it's going to stop raining, and at what point it is going to stop raining.
I believe by the end of the race, it will be raining, hailing, and throwing frogs horizontally.
You heard it here from Byron. Nürburgring, 10 Commandments. Let's go.
Hell yeah. It will rain every firstborn child. No, wait, that's too much of a combo.
That's Steve Tetley off the track. Looks like he got the Schumacher S's incorrect. And Ron Morley says, thank you. Checking in on Adrian Maroud, who has had a rough day. He is on the tail of the championship fight in the iron class between Bo Zur and Pat Fortune. Of course, Max Cruz, who is also in this fight for the championship, is one of the guys who has done the double pit stop early and, well, might be able to turn this into something, but it's going to really depend on how the weather goes and how long he can manage the tires. And call me crazy, I don't know if I rate Max Cruz's tire keeping abilities. I'm not saying that in a he turns him into soup a la a normal racer that we comment on named Martin Edmonds. But Max tends to be a very aggressive driver, and I'm not sure that that's going to exactly comport itself well to tire management. Tyler Scott getting closer and closer. And actually, the guy who's coming on really strong right now is the 5th place Bentley of Jack Biddle. He was multiple seconds behind these guys, and he's right there. You can see him in the big boat league. Scott down the inside of Nathan Gray. And that's third place for the bronze driver. See what Biddle can do. Of course, Nathan Gray doesn't really care about these guys battle-wise. His interest is the car behind Biddle, which is Oral Ja, because that is the championship fight for him. Again, they enter the race essentially dead even in points. So that's the car he's worried about. Although he would love to have Biddle between them. I will say that much, but probably not worried about Tyler Scott all that much.
Here I am, stuck in the middle.
Ooh, that looks like that might have been an interesting spin.
Shadu doing quite well for himself. Having no practice, no training, and he's apparently got 93 beers in him. Still up to 20th place.
Thomas Wong, by the way, still in the lead. I'd be a little bit more glowing about him if he hadn't murdered Adrian at the start. But he is having a phenomenal race out there today. Owns the fastest lap at a 1:56.042, and if the rain keeps up, obviously that fastest lap is gonna hold by a significant margin. The cars out there right now are doing 2:04, 2:05, 2:06. Scott and Gray having a little tangle, and Gray is gonna move back into third place. Oh, 3 wide. Ladies
I like it.
Gentlemen, this is not advisable.
It's good. This is the best. Let's go.
And Jack Biddle's going to get them both.
Well done. Nope, maybe not.
No, Nathan Gray couldn't get it stopped. And Tyler Scott says, I got third place back. Yeah! Biddle does still pick up a spot over Nathan Gray. So, I mean, that works out in the end. Oral Ja off the track. He was alone, so I don't know what that could have been about. And Sven van der Velde has fallen behind Kerry Patton. Info Craft. Heading into the pit. Interesting. So he's going to pit. Oh! Oh, boy. Oh, okay. Okay. I was, okay. It's back. It's more than 30 seconds ago, but, InfoCraft has clearly hit something very solid, like a wall. And that car, I was saying I'm not sure about this pit stop idea, but, like, no, you cannot drive that car like that, so.
I believe with the weather involved, he probably hit a water buffalo.
Could be. Could be. He's in the pit lane, and our iron leader may have had a significant change to his trajectory there. Hands the iron lead over to Bozer, who I think right now would be champion if the race were to end, but we're not even halfway through, so plenty of time. Looking at something like 24, 25 laps to go. Jack Biddle getting very close to the back of Tyler Scott. Looks down the inside. He had a great run into the first turn last time as well. Would have gotten both of them if not for Nathan Gray giving him a nudge. And the Bentley is moving through the field. The Bentley living up to its name of the Boatley. And handling the wet quite well. It's a lapped car up ahead of them. I believe that is Caden Scott. We've yet to ascertain if Caden and Tyler are related. But they are teammates.
What about Scott Nick?
Well, that's a first name to a last name, sir.
You and your rules.
They're not my rules.
What if Scott Nick's just been saying his name military style the whole time?
Believe me, I would have very different name rules if I was in charge of the world.
Middle name first, last name.
Well, no,
second.
for one thing, I would forbid the whole like taking your husband's name thing, because how many times has that messed me up at MMA?
At least twice.
Every time Yana Santos fights, who the hell is Yana Santos?
I believe she's the guy that married the dude in Georgia.
She married Thiago Santos, and that's the problem. Tyler Scott getting the spot. A little bit of awkward blue flagging there from Caden Scott, helping out Tyler Scott.
And of course, the ever confusing Joanne, don't call her Wood.
Yeah, Joanne Calderwood becomes JoJo Wood. Also, remember when they randomly had Nina Nunes on like a really like high profile fight, and I'm like, who the hell is that? Then I'm looking at the record, and I'm like, oh, it's Nina Ansaroff. Check the rim outside. No, what? How do you not remember that Priscilla Cachoeira is the?
Well, I don't remember.
The eye gouge chick.
I thought it was a Eastern European chick.
No, it's Brazilian. Priscilla Cachoeira is the dirtiest fighter on the UFC roster.
I will henceforth refer to all female fighters as that eye gouge chick.
Currently dirtiest fighter, I should say. There are dirtier in history.
Yeah, indeed.
Pretty sure Gerard Gordeau, if we're going in history, is the answer.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Also Keith Hackney, although it was very earned in hindsight.
Yeah.
Isaac Jordan getting very close to the back of Rion Lautre. And Rion cannot seemingly handle that terribly well, and he'll give up the spot. But that's not really his fight. He's a iron driver, and Isaac is a silver driver, so it's not really his deal.
Also, in Keith Hackney's defense, he was not actually breaking any rules at the time.
Indeed. But, I mean, I still have to kind of say he's breaking some rules. There's a slight difference between, like, Hoist Gracie grabbing a little bit of hair on Kimo Leopoldo and Keith Hackney's full-on, I'm going to uppercut this man's groin.
It's fine. Looked clean.
Isaac Joubert? Lucas Joubert, pardon me. Has caught up to this group. How's Lucas doing right now? They're not great. Just kind of wondering why you caught up with this group. I was expecting like a good lap time, but not really. And Tyler Scott makes a little bit of a mistake there. Gets very wide in turn one. We'll get a replay of it. Sorry, Tyler, but you are you're getting your embarrassing moment on live. And that'll be fourth place for Nathan Gray. Idris Cahill on the tail of Dennis Hook. This is a really key battle because these are the two top guys who do not have to pit again. He makes the overtake. He's made several overtakes on Cahill or on Hook only to lose the position. I don't know what's up with that. Like, part of me thinks that they're like working together. They're like slingshotting each other or something. But they are the interesting ones that have pitted. Do not have to pit again. And if the wet keeps up, and it doesn't look like it is, we do have a rain letting up in 15 minutes forecast now. They could be in a really interesting position. But I don't think it's going to work out for them. So I think everybody who has the green next to their name that they do not have to pit again, probably just because of the weather, will probably have to pit again. And whatever advantage they were thinking of trying to cook up may just not really be in play. Sean Young's kind of disappeared from the top end of the race. He's battling with Bo Zur over 11th right now.
Boys, it's time to put some green alcohol in the gas tank.
Bingo bango, ex-husband strikes again. Sugar the gas tank. Gotta say, I'm a little disappointed with Sean right now. He's had a lot of things go right for him in his battle with Adrian Marud. Marud's had 2 massive contacts. And he finds himself behind him as we move into the second half of the race. So, that is not good. And he is battling with the Iron Championship battlers, Bo Zur and Pat Fortune, instead of taking the fight to Adrian Marud.
Mago, is it true that whoever wins the Iron Championship gets to call themselves the Iron Cheek?
I mean, they can do that if they want. I'll allow it. At the 40-minute mark of the race, let's see. Let me see if I can figure out how we're doing championship-wise here. Oral Jacques currently runs in 3rd in the silver standings. Nathan Gray runs 2nd. Who's got the fastest lap? Looks like it might be Nathan Gray. Hard to tell because for the overall fastest lap, it does appear as purple in race control, but it's also not owned by a silver driver right now. So that's the problem. I would like that would be, if anyone's associated with race control, ACC race control, a separate color for each category's fastest lap. That'd be nice. Be very useful. As it stands right now, Oral Jacques has a 1-point championship lead over Nathan Gray overall, and then with drop scores, he would be ahead by 7. So he's got that. Adrian Marud is 6th place. And Sean Young is 7th place in the bronze. Which would give Sean Young the title, so I was, kind of poking at him and making him feel bad. Maybe that was not required. And in the iron category, Pat Fortune just overtook Bo Zur. Let's get a replay of that, please. This is pretty key. So it looks like just the standard down the inside of turn 1. This is the prime overtaking spot on the track. And gets the job done. So right now, the championship does still belong to Bo Zur, though, even with Fortune beating him.
Like a red-headed step mule.
Well, he's just ahead of him. Jos van der Velde having a bit of an off.
I think my cat just knocked something the fuck over. I'll be right back. Sorry.
No problem. So as it stands, the champions would be Bo Zur, Sean Young, and Oral Jacques. Interesting note here. Oral Jacques and Sean Young would both win the championship with 91 points. So, go figure. Identical score. Be 81 for Bo Zur, if anyone's curious. That is my math at the moment. There's also a fastest lap in iron to consider, which I have no idea who would have it. Between Fortune and Bowser, it would be Bowser. I'm assuming it's probably Infocraft. Likely has the fastest lap. So Bowser 58.5. Beaten 58.5. Oh, Max Cruz actually. It's a 58.3. It's actually Max Cruz who's sitting on fastest lap. There you go. Oh, never mind. 57.4. Yeah, it is Infocraft. I kind of figured it would be probably Infocraft. Call it a gut feels. And he's not really in the championship fight. Carry Patton in with a bit of an off. Doesn't seem to lose. He'll lose a spot to Sven van der Velde. That's about it. Not too bad. Guess we'll see how much the rain lets up at the end to maybe put some play on the fastest lap displays. But right now, I think it's pretty stagnant. Stop-go penalty for Lord Robs. Probably speeding in the pit lane. Max Cruz
give you a
on
fast
the
lap.
tail of Mario Ferreira. And Idris Cahill. And Dennis Hook appeared to have had an off. Let's see here. Oh! Yeah, it's not good.
Oh, boy. Can't hold the broom off the wall.
I would need to see more to apportion blame on that, but it doesn't look good based on what we saw there for Cahill.
Cat decided he's going to haul the broom off the wall. I can't blame him.
Shanu Murasanu in the pit lane.
Was just kind of sitting, hanging up there passively, waiting to get hauled down.
Shanu Murasanu's got the four ways on as he cruises down the pit lane. We got Latre on the tail of Matthew East. Not sure whom that is behind them. That is... that's Sven van der Velde, I think. Yeah, and that'd be Kerry Patton in behind him. They're battling over 7th place. And Latre gets out of the way. Interesting note for you, Byron. If the race were to end right now, Oral Job would win the silver championship with 91 points. Sean Young would win the bronze championship also with 91 points.
Very nice.
Iron ruins it by having Bowser win with 81 points as it stands, but hey, we weren't gonna get the pattern all the way.
I mean, 81's pretty close to 91.
You're not wrong. Steve Tetley in for his second pit stop.
It is fitting to have the Iron League punch above its weight.
They punched above their weight the last 2 seasons. Actually, I think the Iron drivers have been probably the most impressive part of doing this commentary gig. A lot of them have shown like just rapid improvement. Nathan Gray, who is battling for the silver championship this season, was an Iron driver when I started doing the commentary, and it's been great watching him progress to be a very competent driver as he's battling with James Wheel over 3rd place right now.
The wheel in the sky keeps on turning.
Wheel escorts him to the outside of the track. Nothing illegal. Totally allowed. It does look like Wheel's getting very wide in these turns, though, so it looks like those tires are maybe starting to struggle a fair bit. Which is a problem, because if I were in this car right now, I would really want to keep these tires going and leave that last pit stop for possible move to dries as the rain lets up. I don't think it's going to go dry, because it's still raining and it's properly wet right now. But I would want to hang on for another 10 minutes or so. Probably be my goal. But there's a lot of veteran drivers and like quality guys right now in the pits, making their final pit stops. So, what do I know?
I think you know enough to know that you don't know enough.
Well, it's just hard, like, cause, like hypothetically, let's say, so you see that weather report up at the top there, which right now 15 minutes less rain. Let's say that changes in a couple of minutes to like no rain, and that means that with 16 minutes to go, things are going to start drying out, and I'm gonna if you follow my game plan, you look like a genius at that point. But it's also very much luck of the draw, because if it just keeps raining, obviously my plan is risky in a way that doesn't really have a payoff.
Could be worse.
Jack Biddle, by the way, continues to be the fastest man out on track in the wet. He did a 2:04.27 last time around, which is notably quicker. He is actually catching up quite a bit to Thomas Wong, who is struggling, so that could be interesting.
Grass to the left of me, bumpers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Biddle, god damn it. The worst.
But he's not in the middle. He's at the front.
Not about. Listen, if he was in the middle, I'd be singing Jimmy Eat World, okay?
That's true.
You never understand my art.
Steve Tetley, fresh out of the pits, overtaking Riyad Latare, who either made a big mistake there or treated that like a blue flag, like you wouldn't believe. Bram Cox has picked up a stop-go penalty. And Adrian Marood is in for a tire change.
I thought you were going to say Marood Awakening.
He's already had his Marood Awakening, I think. Oh, no!
Won't.
Marood, stop, go, penalty 30. The championship hopes are just... they're just blowing up for him. He's had a horrible day. He's tried really hard. Like, his own driving's been, like, spectacular. He's just been taken out twice. And now he has a stop-go penalty.
Perhaps behaving Maroodly.
Oral Jha has joined the battle for third place. Although the car right behind Scott, I believe that's Isaac Jordan, who's down a lap. Jha is the Ferrari behind him. It is the wheel train right now. James Wheel, Nathan Gray, Tyler Scott, and Oral Jha battling it out for the final step on the podium. Jack Biddle is just getting faster. He's in a groove right now. Anybody looking for advice on how to drive in the wet, talk to Jack Biddle. That Boatley is flying.
Somebody call Mike Stockmill.
I wouldn't say that quite that much, though. Mike Stockmill will be server 1 in this group.
Mike Stockmill will be server 1 and leading by 40 seconds in the heaviest fucking car in the county. Give me that Lincoln. I'm going to go race.
I don't know, actually. I'm not familiar enough with the server 1 guys. I've done some commentary for them. Obviously, the Drive for Dean endurance race, and also some of the Evolution Racing Academy enduros when Stephen Koenig has not been available. So I've seen some of them, but I'm not familiar enough, honestly, to know where they fit on the stop mill scale, what they're rating on the stop mill pace chart is. Infocraft is trying to come back into this in the iron category. Currently running in 5th place. Was very far up, but of course had a collision with a wall, had a very long pit stop, and has been kind of slowly trying to return to form ever since. Finds himself behind Matthew East, Lucas Joubert, Bozer, and Pat Fortune. He would love to probably... I'd say he probably could get up onto the podium. East and Joubert are, I think, doable. Especially given that they have a pit stop to make that Infocraft may or may not, as things have gone too damp. So I'm looking like a genius, by the way, as this track is drying out, because there may yet be a chance to get on dry tires. And if you can save that second pit stop, if you can take these wet tires all the way through, you're looking good.
Deploy the army of banana slugs to corner 4.
Now, of course, nobody's really winning out on that because the top 12 basically all are in the same boat when it comes to that. They have a pit stop to make. They're hoping the track dries out. They're hoping they get to go out on dry tires and absolutely, do their thing. Tyler Scott getting a little bit out of shape there. We have Shmee Media in the chat saying hello there. And I say hello back.
Shmee, like the dude from your boy Captain Hook? Piotr Pan?
Not sure how that was spelled.
How many rounds are left? At least 17, I think.
This is the
Probably
final
not.
round.
What? The final round? Oh, no.
This is the championship decider.
The final countdown.
7th out of 7 rounds. Ignore the title that says round 6 because I kind of apologize for that at the start, but I didn't make that typo, so it's not my fault. Gap continues to close at the front. Thomas Wong has found his best lap probably in the wet of a 2:04.6, but he's still about 0.6 slower a lap than Jack Biddle, who is the man in the rain right now. He has got this locked in right this second. Sean Young is in. I don't know about this pit stop. I would be trying to drag these tires out and seeing if this is actually going to get dry. Oh! 15 minutes, the rain is going to stop! I don't know if pitting right now is a good idea, Sean.
In exactly 24.5 minutes, the rain will stop.
Your championship hopes may very well come down to this pit stop. And Nathan Gray and James Wheel getting very close together again. And Isaac Jordan just is like, yeah, guys, I'm down a lap. Would you mind if I just got through here and was not murdered by the eventual contact between you two? Because it's been brewing for some time. James Wheel, I think the tires on that Mustang, I think have had their day, and he's trying to drag them. Probably for the reasons I've outlined about the dry tires, about the dry track. And he's trying to get them there. But we'll see. Needs to do it without it being a disaster. Matthew East has got Steve Tetley and Infocraft on his tail. Wheels dropping back. Okay, he's lost out to Nathan Gray and to Tyler Scott. And it was more than 15 seconds ago, unfortunately, so the replay is not going to catch it. But James Wheel, I think, has made a mistake. And that has allowed his third place to turn into a fifth place. Ron Morley on the tail of Fat Fortune. And Pat is heading down the pit road. So he'll be... does he gamble on the dry tires? I would think so. At this point, I think you're finishing the race on dry tires. This is earlier than I'd want to do that gamble. But I think you have to. We'll see what the stunt possums think. Infocraft overtakes... Oh! Not quite.
Oh, boy. Gotta slow your Mustang down.
Yeah, I'm not getting a good view on the tires for this car. The TV Cam 2 is the one that can sometimes find it, but not here. We'll get a look when he comes out of the pits. I guess also I could check in with Sean Young and see if we've got dries or if we got wets. Those look like wets.
Then you gotta dry the wets.
So I think Sean has made a mistake.
No, there's colored shenanigans going on there. I think those are dries.
I don't see the yellow though.
I don't know if it's yellow per se, but there's definitely a band of color where there wasn't previously.
Okay. I'm not seeing it myself, but I'll take your word.
Maybe he's using a different brand of tires, Michael.
They all have to use the same tires.
No. That's a monopoly, that's illegal.
Not in racing. Would be the answer. Let's see if I can pick up Pat Fortune here. He's rejoined the race. Those look like wets as well. Isaac Jordan with a drive-through. I don't know if we've seen someone gamble on the dries yet. I think we will, though. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is not going to be a pleasant track to drive on with the dry tires. But it could be a massive payoff. Because we are damp right now. The rain is letting up and stopping in the next 15 minutes. Thomas Wong in the pit lane. He's lost the lead in the wet. In the arms of Admiral Bentley, we trust. Jack Biddle to the front. Nathan Gray in second. Tyler Scott, the top bronze right now. James Wheel. And Oral Jha, your top five. And of course, at some point, Thomas Wong is going to come back into play for that as he rejoins the action. Let's see, get a look at the tires there. Those look like wets. We have not seen somebody gamble yet. But Kerry Patton's in the pits. And I call me crazy. Kerry Patton might be the one to gamble. Like it's the weird thing is I wouldn't be gambling right now. But once the track goes greasy, I would go on to dries. I would try to take the set of tires, the wets I have on right now, as far as I can. And obviously it depends. If I'm slipping and sliding all over the place and the tires are just done and they're absolutely cooked. I mean, obviously there are factors beyond your control of ideal strategy. But I don't know. It does feel like if you can get the crossover just right, there's a big win here.
And that win could launch you into medium stardom.
Yes. I'll remember the person who makes the gamble onto dry tires and just absolutely destroys the field here in the last, 5 minutes. Looks like Carey's gone wet. Tyler Scott still on the tail of Nathan Gray. Battling for what should be a podium. Right now it's second place. I think it's more likely to be third place when it's all said and done. But stop-go penalty for Ron Morley. And Scott will complete the overtake. Checking in on Adrian Marood. He's on the tail of InfoCraft. Trying to make the best out of this. A penalty, 2 rear endings. It's been a rough day for Adrian Marood. InfoCraft ahead of him along with Lucas Schubert and Steve Tetley. Pair of the better iron drivers in the field, as well as the silver car of Tetley. So not positions for him as far as the championship is concerned. Really, he needs to catch up to Sean Young at some point. And Young runs in 13th place. Iron leader Bozer into the pits.
Does that mean he's going to explode?
I mean, I would hope not.
Excellent.
And it is wets for Bozer. Either that or it's not able to replicate the changeover. That's the other possibility. The game just won't go back to modeling dry tires after they've been changed off.
That is always a thing.
Sven van de Velde into the pits. I'm also keeping an eye on the times. If somebody starts cracking out sub 2 minute times again, that would indicate that they are on the dries. Inside for Adrian Marood. Or conversely, I'm looking to see if anyone's running really terrible times, which would indicate that they've gone onto the dries and it's not working. Sven missed his pit lane, it looks like. Ron Morley and Isaac Jordan in to serve their respective penalties. Stop-go for Morley and a drive-through for Jordan. InfoCraft on the tail of Lucas Joubert. This is a pretty key battle because it's for a podium in the iron class. They're behind Bozer and Pat Fortune. Joubert has to make a pit stop. Kraft does not, which kind of does sour the battle a little bit. And honestly, unless there's something really to gain for Kraft, I don't expect him to pit again. Even if the track goes quite dry, I imagine he will look at the trade-off of the new tires versus the pit stop and pick just, gutting it out on the absolutely burning up wets.
We have a few people in chat asking who is currently in first.
That would be Tyler Scott, although he still has a pit stop to go. Your effective leader is Thomas Wong. Or Jack Biddle. I'm not sure which. Biddle's down in the pits. We'll see if he comes out ahead of Wong. Let's throw up the track map here. We are looking for car 219. That is Wong. They were battling for the win. Let's see. Where is Wong located right now? Okay, got him already. So Biddle will come out behind Wong. He will have some work to do. Quite a bit behind, actually. I thought he'd be a lot... Well, I mean, frankly, I thought he'd be in first place. I thought he'd be ahead of Wong. Oop, Kerry Pattenden having a bump up with... that's the 205 car of Idris Cahill. The yellow flag is out for Joubert. That looks awkward. Oop. Onto the grass. And a spin around.
Well, if the tires weren't wet before.
So Scott still has to pit. Joubert still has to pit. And Matthew East still has to pit. So 3 cars do have to pit. They have the chance to go on tries and go for the master stroke here. I'd be really tempted to. Really tempted to. This track is drying out. Not this time around for Scott. He'll continue.
Turning the beat around. Gonna set stuff on fire.
And Matthew East has done his pit stop. So we're down to just Scott and Joubert. They are the only 2 that might gamble it. Kerry Pattenden up on the tail of Dennis Hook. This is a battle for 4th place in class, 7th place overall. And a valuable 12 points towards their respective championship campaigns. Although, now that I look at it, they're actually really just battling with each other, so it's not even about the points, it's literally just about beating the other guy. They are right next to each other in the championship with 2 points between them. And the next car up the road, Johan Viviers, is 13 ahead, so there's not actually a lot. There's not actually any forward progress. It's really quite simple. The one who beats the other one will snag a 8th place in the championship come the end of the day. And Kerry Pattenden may have just thrown that away. Joubert in. If I'm Joubert, I gamble. I'm going dries. I'm going dries if I'm Joubert. And Kerry Pattenden is really having a hard time here. Lucas Joubert, do you go? Do you go dries? Come on. Gamble it. The rain has stopped. The track is drying out.
Put on the winter chains.
It's the right move. Do it. And yes! It's dries! He's got dries! Come on, Lucas. Lucas Joubert has gone for it. He is going dry tires. With 8 minutes to go. It's only going to have like 4 laps, but like he could be like 7 seconds quicker. I will say Tyler Scott does need to pit now if he's going to do honestly anything, because he's running out of time to try to capitalize on dry tires if he does that. And frankly, if he goes wets, he's just going to pummel down the order. Yeah, everyone's running sub 2-minute lap times right now. He needs to... No, they're not. They're not. Pardon me, I was looking at the wrong column. Just looking at the wrong column, but he is losing time to the cars out there with fresher tires. So he does need to... He needs to get in either for a fresh set of wets or to make that gamble onto dries. I would make the gamble onto dries. Tyler Scott Sacro team, pardon me. You need to get in the pits now. You cannot go through that pit lane again.
What's this about, a narco team?
Robert Stoltz having a moment. Oh, I just realized it's Sarko Turquoise is his team name. Okay. I've been saying Sarko Turk the whole time, but it's... Yeah, I didn't realize that until I realized that Tyler Scott is red. And, yeah, turquoise. Now I feel dumb.
I thought they were trying to represent Turkmenistan.
It's wrong spelling for Turk.
Maybe they're being cool and edgy.
No, Tyler! No! Get in the pits! Get in the pits!
Try to love someone.
Tyler Scott is misplaying this. He needed to be in the pits several laps ago. The chance was there. The opportunity.
I mean, he's clearly winning, though.
He's just got to pit, though.
You got to pit.
If he pits now, he'll probably come out at about 5th place.
I'm going to send you to Pittsburgh.
Possibly lower, actually. He'll come out somewhere around Oral Jaw and James Wheel. Possibly between them, possibly behind them. Possibly in front of them. We're at that kind of gap.
Michael, what if I was to tell you that they just traded Micah Parsons for the quarterback from Pittsburgh?
Nope. No one's trading for the quarterback from Pittsburgh.
No matter who it
Any
is.
of the quarterbacks from Pittsburgh.
Don't matter.
Gary Patton around the outside, overtaking Dennis Hook there. 7th place. How is Joubert doing? Because he's the only one that gambled on the dry tires, and I don't have a lap time for him yet. His out lap is the only one that we have. Let's see. Coming towards the end.
I believe he's running sub 1 minute.
He's not. Well, no, it won't be. If he's running sub 2 minutes, that would be great. We don't have a lap time on the board from him on the dry tires as of yet. Not a great lap. Track is not quite dry enough for this to be a rocket ship. Was the right call, though. Going on to wets again when he pitted was not going to be at all a good idea.
Sure would like to know how many laps are left. I would say at least one.
There is no lap
Maybe
count.
2.
It's a timed race. We're looking at probably 2 laps, though. We are getting to the end, which, again, begs the question. Tyler, when are you going to pit?
Bro, it's too... You want to pit now?
Yes.
Or are you stoned?
I wanted to pit several laps ago. When there was a chance to pull some trickery and some strategery.
I'll tell you what, he's waiting. He's waiting until the last 45 seconds to pit. That's what he's doing.
Max Cruz with a moment. Look. Oh!
boy.
Okay, maybe not a moment. I think he had a little assistance there.
Seemed to be more of an event than a moment, yeah.
Kind of got trucked there. I didn't recognize what car that was getting him, but somebody.
I believe it was probably Shannon. Just because. We'll accuse the drunk driver.
Nah, it wasn't Shanu. Wasn't the right. Shanu's car stands out livery-wise. Pat Fortune up on the tail of Bo Zur. Unfortunately, even if he gets ahead of him, it will not be enough to take the title. He needs Bo Zur to hit a wall, basically. And Tyler Scott is in the pits. But I'm sure Bo Zur would like to take his championship title with a victory. I'm sure that's the case. By the way, Jack Biddle did overtake Thomas Wong at some point, and he is now in the effective lead. Actually, forget effective lead. He's just in the lead.
What? But Mr. Scott seems to have beamed himself aboard.
Just doing some mathematical calculations here for the championship. Oral Jaw would still be your winner, 91 to 84. Jack Biddle would be in third. After them, it's Patented and Hook. Pat Fortune is briefly showing as a yellow flag. Oh, hang on. Where'd Bo Zur go?
I don't know.
There he is. Maybe they had a bump. After Hook, it is Jordan and Morley and Tetley. That's it for the silvers. Checking on down on the bronze category. Your winner would be Thomas Wong. I think terribly close right now. It's just Cahill on the tail of Dennis Hook. They've been together for a long time. And Jack Biddle is officially your winner. Thomas Wong will take it across the line after him, and Tyler Scott will round off the podium. We'll stick with Cahill here. He seems to be maybe the most likely to make a move. James Wheel third. Cahill fourth. Van de Velde fifth. And then Young and Marood. Hook will hang on for the checkered flag. Bo Zur versus Pat Fortune for the Iron win, not championship. That will be going to Bo Zur regardless of result. And still, looks like the Stunt Possum will, despite it not being enough, take the 488 to the checkered flag and the victory in the Iron class once more. He will be third place in the championship behind Bo Zur and Max Cruz, but he is the winner today. we'll take it.
Excellent.
How was Joubert's last lap?
He seems fortunate.
Yeah, Joubert was getting quick at the end. The dry tires were the move, but I don't think it did him. I don't think it did him any good. Doing my best to fill out the champ. Okay, the Iron Championship I do not have filled out because too many people have left the server.
Well, then we could just arbitrarily name somebody that's a champion now.
Well, no, I have the top end. It's the mid pack that I don't have. It will be Bowser. Okay. All right. As per usual, we are gonna go and put up a car, which I think today, with its starring role, it's got to be the Bentley that gets the shine. Bentley Continental.
Very eventful.
I don't think I have a custom livery for them. I do not. So it's going to be just one of the in-game livery. Oh, I do like that Fanatec livery. Boulet, Boulet, Boulet. CMR, JRM, and K-Pax. The Team Parker one,
That's
I think, looks the most like the one that won today. So we'll throw that one out there. Okay.
Tubular.
We have Thomas Wong first up to speak. Thomas, second place today.
Hello.
Winner in category. A fantastic end of the season for you, although the abandonment of the golf livery is going to make you pay with my commentator colleague here. Tell us
Destruction.
about this.
It's not. This one is better than the golf one. Trust me.
Oh, so you're only making it worse.
Yeah, if you sing it. Yeah.
No, he says it's not. It's not. I saw what he said earlier. He's using the team colors. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
You're just gonna run with the herd. I understand.
What a waste, though. I thought like Travis Scott is gonna get in front of me after the last pit stop, and yeah, unfortunately, like don't have the pace. I don't have the pace to fight for the overall win, but overall second is pretty great. It's so good for me.
I don't think anyone had the pace to fight Jack Biddle today. In the wet, that Bentley was just, well, living up to its name of the Boatley.
Yeah, and I mean, I took the gamble. I used the dry setup to start the race, so I don't know if it's the only reason that I was so fast in the first few laps. And then the second pit stop, I have no choice. I was running out of fuel and I just forced to stop. Otherwise, I would just wait for the dry stint. And yeah, but that also gave me a chance to challenge over first. But yeah,
Well,
I just for it.
In fairness, I think only one driver actually tried the dry stint. So you're hardly you're hardly alone in the not having a choice to try to take advantage of the ending dryness. Lucas Joubert was the only one that went out there with the dry tires to try to make things happen. Tyler Scott probably was on dries, but he also pitted with like one lap to go. So doesn't really matter.
Wait, so did the winner pit for dry or no?
It was definitely dry at the end. It was greasy, but Joubert was out there, and he was the fastest driver for the last 2 laps, and he was the only one on dries. So
Yeah, I mean,
the crossover definitely happened, but very, very few people had any option to take it. Is what I'm getting at.
oh, I was thinking on my second stint that I should have like take more fuel and wait for the like change in weather, but I just forgot at the moment I pit. So yeah, it was fortunate that I keep the second. Anyways.
Excellent. And my standings, by the way, for the broadcast, have been confirmed that the 3 champions pending penalties are Bowser, Sean Young, and Oral Shaw. So there we go. My math may be off in terms of the numbers, but not in terms of the winners.
All right, thank you guys. I have to go now.
All right, Thomas. Have a good one.
Enjoy.
Look forward to you next season.
Yeah, you too.
We don't have anybody else, but we'll give it a moment.
Michael, is it true that for winning the Iron Championship, Bozer will get a bulldozer?
Well, that I can't promise, but I mean,
Well,
I think that would be a very appropriate gift
fair enough.
to make happen. Tight. That was a really, really tight championship down to the wire, as he ended up winning the title by just 2 points over Max Cruz and only 3 points over Pat Fortune. So very, very tight. And then, of course, D. Hines, if he had actually attended today, probably would have been maybe a factor. But instead, he ends up dropping from first place, heading into the final round, to fourth place.
Max, don't call me Conrad. Cruz.
Mm-hmm. Nobody else seems to want to have a talk today. All right. Well,
They're too busy singing Queen, We Are the Champions.
we are the champions. All right. Everybody, hope you enjoyed the stream today. The racing was pretty good and very interesting with the changing conditions, obviously. I really would have liked it if somebody other than Lucas had gambled on the dry tires just to see what would happen, frankly. But nobody else. Well, I assume Tyler Scott finished the race on dries, but he pitted with 1 or 2 laps to go. So obviously that was not really probative. And it could have been interesting to see if somebody could have unlocked the rocket ship towards the end, because Joubert was the fastest guy on track once the dry started to get a little bit of temperature in them. Byron, do you have any final thoughts for this season?
I think that sourdough is overrated.
I believe that is a very effective way to go off the air for the season.